Me people, let me tell you something. Sometime is when you do your best dat trouble start whisper your name. A Miss Luva Heart teacher, madder, and a woman with principle. And me learn early she success. Wake Badmind, the lane where I live. It's short, but the talk is long. Everybody's business is public property. People smile to your face, but you have to watch your footsteps careful. You see, Me Lane is one of those places where the walls have ears and the breeze carries stories, whether they're true or not. It's a tight-knit community, but sometimes that closeness feels more like a net, ready to catch you if you step out of line, or even if you just try to step up. So why dem nay like me? What did I do? Dem say me too proud. But you see, pride and self-respect are two different things. Me dress decent. Me talk proper. Me make sure me pickney mind dem manners. And that alone, that simple act of carrying myself with dignity, seems to offend some people. It's like my refusal to be broken or to look like my struggles was a personal insult to them. They expected me to shrink, but instead I chose to stand tall, and that made them uncomfortable. It wasn't about being better than anyone. It was about being the best version of myself for me and my children. That teacher title, it's heavy. When they call me Miss Demna, mean it with respect, mean it with judgment. A teacher is supposed to struggle quiet. Dem see, bees, don't show your strength, don't show your progress, just stay small. But me, stand tall. Knowledge is not shameful, and neither is the desire to uplift yourself and your family. They saw the title not as a sign of my dedication to educating the next generation, but as a reason to scrutinize my every move, as if to say, who does she think she is? But I knew who I was. I was a teacher, and my purpose was bigger than their petty opinions. And then they started to talk about me. Oh, they counted my children more than I counted them. 10 is too much. Dempsey. They looked at my large family and saw a burden, a weakness. But me raised them with discipline and with books, and that frightened the Badmind heart. They couldn't understand how a single woman could manage, how these children were so well behaved, so focused on their education. It defied their expectations of chaos and failure. My children's success was a testament to a strength they couldn't comprehend, so they tried to tear it down with words. From there, one whisper turned into a rumor, and that rumor turned into a lie. And a lie, my people, a lie travels faster than truth when it's riding on the foot of Badmind. Stories were created out of thin air, painting a picture of me that was far from reality. They whispered on the corner, they talked over the fence, they discussed my life as if it were a soap opera. But me, stay silent. I learned that sometimes silence is much, much louder than any argument you could ever make. Trying to fight every lie would just give them more fire to burn. I would lie if I said it never hurt. There were times the pressure was immense. Some nights, me would sit quiet in my house after the children were asleep and just ask myself, why? Why does doing good make some people so vexed? It's a lonely feeling to know that the very things you're proud of, your principles, your children, your hard worker, the reason you're being targeted. The weight of their words felt heavy, and it took every bit of my faith to keep my shoulders from slumping under the load. Even in my classroom, teaching became an act of defiance while being watched. Every single move was monitored. If me laugh too loud, dem judge. If me was strict with the students, dem judge. There was no winning, but me still teach. I had to, because my calling is bigger than their criticism. Inside those four walls, I wasn't just Miss Luva Heart from the lane. I was a shaper of minds, a giver of knowledge. The future of those children in front of me was more important than the opinions of the idle people outside. And I had to raise me pickney through all that hate. I would sit them down and tell them, no, answer, bad mind with badness. Don't stoop to their level. I taught them to walk straight, with their heads held high. Read your book. Focus on your goals. Let your results do all the talking for you. Your success will be the only response they need. And they listened. They channeled the negativity into fuel for their own ambition, turning the gossip into a stepping stone instead of a stumbling block. And then, slowly but surely, the blessings started to show. One pickney graduate from university, then the next one get a scholarship to go abroad. The house was still humble, the yard was still small, but the future was bright. And you know what happened? The Badmind talk started to grow quieter. It's hard to argue with tangible success. It's hard to keep spreading lies when the truth is shining so brightly for everyone to see. The blessings weren't loud or boastful. They were the quiet, undeniable result of hard work and perseverance. And over time, time itself reveals character. The same community, the same people started to see the truth. They saw that I was consistent. They saw the woman who held her head high was the same woman who raised 10 successful children against all odds. The same lane that used to whisper behind my back started to nod their heads in respect when I passed by. They saw the fruits of my labor, and they couldn't deny it anymore. Respect, real respect, is earned, not given, and it's often earned through the silent testimony of a well-lived life. You know, that experience with Badmind, it taught me a lot. Badmind teach me discipline. It teach me the power of silence. It teach me where my true strength comes from. In a strange way, your enemy can sometimes be your best teacher. They force you to be stronger, to be smarter, to be more resilient than you ever thought you could be. They hold a mirror up to you, and in their distorted reflection, you find the clarity to see yourself and your purpose more clearly. So, here is my advice to you, to anyone facing something similar. If people hate you for doing good, for trying to better yourself, for simply walking a righteous path, continue. Keep going. Don't you dare stop. Badmind hates the light because it exposes their own darkness. But light always, always wins in the end. Keep shining, keep climbing, and let them watch you rise. Your journey is not for their approval. It's for your own destiny. And so, me still danger. I'm still here, Teacher Mada, a woman of worth. Miss Luva Heart say dem can watch, but dem cyan stop the blessing. Walk good me people. One love. Thanks for listening to my story, and don't forget to follow for more.